Okay, we're here at the San Diego Custom Bike Show with Slowcraft Maldoror cycles, and we have the owner of the company here. He's actually got a broken femur, but he'll be able to tell us about his bicycles. Thank you for having us here. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about these two light touring bikes here.
Well, first thing, these are my customer bikes. They've been riding them pretty hard. Judging just by what they tell me, everything's going good. I don't clean them. They're just the way the paint job's just the way it is, just because that's how they ride. But both of these are light touring bicycles, so they're made for long rides, you know, comfortable rides. In terms of construction, this is Kaisai tubing. It's Japanese tubing. It's really good. Using traditional steel tubing, you can change the tubing to fit the rider's needs. So, for example, this bike that's going to have a little bit more weight on it, it has a beefier down tube. You know, I can change the materials like that. So that gives you a different kind of ride, you know, a different feel. In terms of construction, if you look at the details of the construction, you have something, for example, like these lugs that are modified Prugnat lugs, which are old vintage mild steel, right? They're stamped mild steel. They're a lot softer. They're a little more generous. You can like tweak them a little bit, and you can add material so you can kind of shape them and give them a different look, right? So if you like, this is a 62 size frame. I figured it would look a little nicer if it had a little, I don't know, beefier head too, you know. So those are details. If you look at the seat stay caps, for example, I mean, I'm experimenting with materials, you know. Not a lot of people have those caps, and they're just, you know, playing with materials, pretty much it.
How long does a bike like this take you to build?
In terms of hours, just the build, because I also paint them, you know, that's a whole different dimension. But you're talking like 80 hours. 80 hours. You got to do the sub-assemblies first, which is making the lugs, making the seat stay caps, bending your fork, you know, changing, brazing your dropouts to your chainstay fork blades, you know, fitting, making sure the fenders are on right and your brakes, you know, all those small details.
And you've been building for how long?
I would say 5 years. 5
years. And about how many frames a year do you produce?
I'm really slow in production. I'm doing about 3 frames a year.
Nice.
Because this is really a part-time position, you know.
Wow.
It gives me a chance to kind of work at my pace. I'm not planning on making a lot of bikes either. You don't have to, you know.
So you said, and you also paint?
Yeah, these are custom colors. So the customer can bring a sample of what he's looking for, and I'll mix it. So it's not, you know, it's not a color code. You know, you can mix it and then shoot it.
I see.
You know.
Well, that makes sense for the name Slowcraft then.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at those seat stays, for example, you know, how do you do that? How do you do that so that the brake is perfect with those seat stays? You know? Right. You're working with like 3 dimensions, you know. And
now, is this something for design or
it's all
to provide comfort?
No, it's really aesthetics.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to ask the rider if he feels a difference. You know? But it's more aesthetics.
I see.
In terms of the ride, though, it's a steel frame. It's really solid, and you can play with the material so that, you know, it's like a canvas.
Right.
That's pretty much it. It's a solid ride.
All right, sounds good, and the bikes are beautiful.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.